Hari Om dear students, this is Kalpana, your science teacher. I am going to take the continuation of measurement. Before we are going into the class, we have to say the prayer. So let us all pray first. So all of you sit straight, close your eyes and start the prayer. So chant Om for 3 times followed by prayer. So chant Om. Om.
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै
Before we start the class, shall we do a small warm-up? Yes, we do a small warm-up. Dear children, in the last class you have learnt about measurement, right? Under measurement you have seen what is measurement and why do we need measurement, and it is very necessary for our day-to-day life. And you have also seen system of units, international system of units, SI base units. So normally you have 7 SI base units. Those are length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, luminous intensity. I think you have heard and you have learned about all these things in the last video. In today's video, we are going to see some more measurements what we are using in our professional life as well as personal life. So those are angles. So normally you people have seen some angles like acute angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, right angle in your maths. So apart from that, in this lesson we are going to see about plane angle, solid angle and their differences. So this is the first topic what we are going to discuss. In addition to this, we are going to see clocks and what are the types of clocks.
In this video you will learn about plane angle and its unit radian. First we see what is plane angle. Here we have a circle of radius r. We take an arc S on the circumference of the circle. The angle subtended by this arc at the center of the circle is called plane angle. So we can define plane angle as the angle subtended by an arc at the center of a circle in a plane is called plane angle. Plane angle is measured in different units like second, minute, degree, radian, and revolutionary cycle. The medium size SI unit of plane angle is radian. Now we see how much is 1 radian. We take a circle with radius r. Now we take an arc S on the circumference of the circle. This arc make an angle theta at the center of the circle. If this arc is equal to the radius of the circle, that is Fs is equal to radius of the circle, then the angle subtended by this arc is 1 radian. Now we take a bigger arc which is double in length to the radius of the circle. The angle subtended by this arc at the center of the circle is 2 radian. If we take an arc which is equal to 3 times the radius and length, the angle subtended by that arc will be 3 radians. Now we see a sector of 1 radian practically. First we slice a carrot, then we find the radius of the slice. Now we take an arc on the circumference of the object which is equal to the radius of the object. So we get a sector like this. The arc of this sector is equal to the radius of the circle. If we put S equals R in this relation, we get theta is equal to 1 radian. So in this way we can get a sector of 1 radian.
Children, from the video you have understood what is plane angle, right? So from that point of view, the plane angle is thus defined as it is the angle between the intersection of 2 straight lines or intersection of 2 planes. I repeat, it is the angle between the intersection of 2 straight lines or intersection of 2 planes. So the SI unit of plane angle is radian and it is denoted as rad. So we know that the SI unit of length is meter, right? So usually we denote the meter as small m. Like the same, the SI unit of plane angle is radian and it is denoted as rad, R-A-D. It has to be written in small letters. We should not use capital letters. So, radian is an SI unit of plane angle. So, radian is also be defined as the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle. So, from the video, it is very clear and you might have watched that. So, the radian is the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle.
In this video you will learn about solid angle and its unit steradian. First we define solid angle. We take a spherical object like watermelon. Now we take a circular surface like this. The angle subtended by this surface at the center of the spherical object is called solid angle. So we can define solid angle as angle subtended by a surface at the center of a sphere is called a solid angle. Now we discuss examples of a solid angle. Light emitting from a torch is in the form of a solid angle. Some of vegetables like carrot is found in the form of a solid angle. A birthday cake is found in the form of a solid angle. A falling water from certain height is found in the form of a solid angle. Similarly, a fluid coming out from a syringe is in the form of a solid angle. There are a lot of examples of solid angle in our daily life. Now we discuss unit of solid angle. The unit of solid angle is steradian. First we define how much is one steradian solid angle. The angle subtended by a surface is 1 steradian if its area is equal to the square of the radius of a spherical surface is called 1 steradian. Now according to this definition, we take a circular surface on this spherical object. The angle subtended by this circular surface at the center of this spherical object will be 1 steradian if the area of this surface is equal to the square of the radius of this spherical object. Then the angle subtended by this circular surface will be 1 steradian. Now we see a solid angle of 1 steradian practically. This is a watermelon. First we find the radius of watermelon. Then we take a circular surface on this spherical object. If the area of this surface is equal to the square of the radius of this spherical object, then the angle subtended by this surface at the center of this spherical object is 1 steradian. And this way we can get a cone of 1 steradian practically. Now we are going to discuss how we can get 1 steradian mathematically. For solid angle, theta equals area over radius square. If we put area equals radius square in this equation, we get theta equals 1 steradian.
Children, you have watched the video, right? So from the video, it is very clear that the solid angle is defined as the angle formed by 3 or more planes intersecting at a common point. So if you take a plane angle, it is an angle formed by intersection of 2 lines. But the solid angle is the intersection of 3 or more common points. So the SI unit of solid angle is steradian. Do you remember the SI unit of plane angle? Yes, it is radian. But the SI unit of solid angle is steradian. So we normally denote the symbols, the unit in small letters. So it is denoted as small s, small r. So small s, small r means steradian. Steradian is also defined as the solid angle at the center of a sphere subtended by the portion whose surface area is equal to the square of its radius of the sphere. So it is very clear. Steradian is the solid angle at the center of a sphere subtended by a portion whose surface area is equal to the square of its radius of the sphere. So the differences between plane angle and solid angles are, if you take a plane angle, the angle formed is between the intersection of 2 lines or planes. If you take a solid angle, the angle is formed between the intersection of 3 or more planes at a common point. So the angle formed in plane angle is 2-dimensional. The angle formed in solid angle is 3-dimensional. The angle formed in plane angle is 2-dimensional. The angle formed in solid angle is 3-dimensional. Hence the unit of plane angle is radian and it is denoted by small rad. In solid angle, the unit is steradian. It is denoted by SR.
There, today we will learn how to tell and write time. First, Let's learn how to tell time using digital clocks. This is pretty easy since all we have to do is read through the numbers. For example, let's read the time on this clock. Note that we have to read two numbers separated by a colon. So this clock says 8:30. Let's try this second clock. Notice that we have two zeros on the right side of the colon. This means 60 minutes or 1 hour has passed. However, we don't read it as 00. In telling time, we read this as o'clock. So this clock reads as 2 o'clock. Let's do more practice by matching the digital clock to the written time. Clock A is read as 3 o'clock. Clock B is read as 11 o'clock. Clock C is read as 5:30. Clock D is read as 9:30. Good job! Now, let's move on to telling the time using analog clocks. Analog clocks have two hands. The hour hand is the short one, and the minute hand is the long one. A few things to remember. If the minute hand is pointed at 12, it represents 60 minutes or 1 hour and is read as o'clock. While if it's pointed at 6, it represents 30 minutes. And sometimes the hour hand will not point exactly at a number. In these cases, follow the number which it has recently passed. Let's try reading this analog clock. The hour hand is pointed at 4, and the minute hand is pointed at 12. So the time is 4 o'clock. How about this next clock? The hour hand is pointed somewhere between 8 and 9, meaning it is just past 8, while the minute hand is pointed at 6. So the time is 8:30. Let's test our time-telling skills by choosing the correct digital clock that matches the analog clock. The hour hand is pointed at 6, and the minute hand is pointed at 12. So the time is 6 o'clock. This is the same as digital clock B. Next, the hour hand is pointed between 1 and 2, meaning it is just past 1, while the minute hand is pointed at 6. So the time is 1:30. This is the same as digital clock A. Next, both the hour and minute hands are pointed at 12. So the time is 12 o'clock. This is the same as digital clock D. Next, the hour hand is pointed between 6 and 7, meaning it is just past 6, while the minute hand is pointed exactly at 6. So the time is 6:30. This is the same as digital clock C. You did Great! I hope this helped you in learning. In this video, we will discuss about quartz and atomic clocks and how they are different. You must have seen quartz written on various clocks. These clocks are known quartz clocks. Quartz is a crystal similar to widely known crystal, diamond. Quartz crystal is used in quartz clock because when electricity is passed through it, it starts vibrating. It vibrates around 32,768 times in a second. Watchmakers make use of this fact and use this crystal in measuring time. Let's see the simple design of a quartz clock. In a quartz clock, there is a battery, a quartz crystal, and a microchip. Microchip sends the electricity from battery to quartz crystal and counts its vibration. When this vibration count reached 32,768, it moves the second dial. Quartz watches are very accurate. After running for almost 32 years, its time shows error of 1 second. There are other clocks which are even more accurate. One such clock is atomic clock. Atomic clock is based on periodic vibrations occurring within the atom. Atomic clocks are 1,000 times more accurate than quartz clocks. Due to their accuracy, atomic clocks are used in global positioning system, global navigation satellite system, and international time distribution services.
Children, you have watched the video for clock. So what is clock? A clock is a device used to measure time. It can be a wall clock, or we have a watch, wrist watch, and nowadays we have digital clocks. So based on the working mechanism and display, it has been divided into various types, and the clock based on the display it is divided into two types. First one is analog clock. Most of our home we are using this analog clock. So inside the clock it is written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what you have seen in the video. And one more clock is digital clock, what we are seeing in railway stations, bank, etc., etc. And based on the working mechanism, we have quartz clock and atomic clock. Children, I have given some sight words for you. It is for better understanding. The first sight word is intensity. It is the quality of being intense. Next, intersection. A point or line common to lines or surfaces that intersect. International, existing, occurring or carried on between nations. Luminous, giving off light. So let us have a small recap of today's class. So in today's class we have seen plane angle. So the angle formed due to the intersection of two points or planes are called plane angle. Solid angle or angle formed by the intersection of three or more planes are called as solid angle. Plane angle is 2D, two-dimensional. Solid angle is 3D, three-dimensional. Plane angle's unit is radian. Solid angle unit is steradian. And we have seen some of the differences also. And we have seen clock. So clock is a device used to measure time. And its types based on the display, it is divided into two types. Based on the working mechanism, it is divided into two types. So dear children, today's class is over. We will meet in the next class. So before I end the class, all of you must do an eye exercise. This exercise is very useful for your eyes. So let us all do the eye exercise followed by our prayer. So for the prayer, you must sit straight, close your eyes and do the prayer. So first we have to do the eye exercise. Thank you. Hari Om. Look at the ball on the screen. Wherever the ball is moving, you should not nod your head. You must look on the ball. Now we'll start with the eye exercise.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति